want to give our first guest, someone who, we don't do this a lot, you get the top of the hour treatment.
Ooh, that's what you're special.
I want to give him, Jamie Manti-Isaac here, the Michael Buffer treatment a little bit.
Oh.
Our first guest of the hour is a familiar face who's been on the show a lot of times. He played 10 seasons in the NFL for the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Jaguars. Please give a warm welcome to our next guest, Mitch Morse.
Let's go, Mitch.
Wow.
That is one heck of an introduction, gang. How the heck are we?
We're great.
Great, now that you're on, bro.
Seriously.
Oh, you pander. I appreciate that, though. It makes me feel very good.
Man, what a flex with the podcast microphone arm, man. That thing is coming out of nowhere. Mitch, unfortunately, this is where we have to start, which is with one of your former teams in the Buffalo Bills, and the fact that days after a loss in the divisional round, a heartbreaking one at that, they made a decision which left Josh Allen and Deion Dawkins quite emotional. Here they are after the game, first and foremost. Let's take a look.
It's extremely difficult. I feel like I let my teammates down tonight.
Your emotion.
It's been a long season. I hate how it ended, and it's gonna stick with me for a long time.
Josh, what did you say to your teammates after the game?
I haven't been doing a lot of talking other than I love my teammates, and I'm extremely sorry. I'm disappointed in how this ended.
We're thankful for him.
He said he feels like he let you guys down. How do you react when your quarterback who's done so much for you says that to you guys?
He let us down.
Thanks, Tim.
That's still hard to watch, Mitch, isn't it? You know those guys so well. What do you feel when you see that?
I mean, this visceral, guttural reaction of just anguish, right? Like you feel for your friends, first and foremost. And then you feel the position that they've been in these past few years, the longing to get over that hump, this proverbial wall that they keep, bashing their heads against. And it's not from a lack of wanting or trying or not having each other's back. It's one of the tightest locker rooms in the NFL. I mean, look at that. It's fellowship through and through is ingrained into Buffalo, and you just felt their mourning. And I mean, I think that game was kind of an emotional roller coaster, to say the least. And I'm sure Josh feels like he wishes he had a bunch of plays back in that game. Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, as a friend, you just mourn for your fellow compatriots and your fellow ex-teammates, and you know how much you put into this. Manti-Isaac, you know that no matter how the season ends, if it's great or not, you pour into each other. You pour into every piece of what you do every day. It's a 7-day-a-week gig. There is no off days, and when it comes crashing and burning at the end like that, you feel for your friends.
Well, not only did it crash and burn emotionally, Mitch, it was really well said. The aftermath was also just as messy, it felt like, and that was because the Bills decided to move on from Sean McDermott as their head coach. They have now decided to promote Joe Brady. Speaking of people that you know all too well, there are two names. Can you give us a thought on McDermott, but also what the elevation of Joe Brady might do for Josh Allen and the crew?
Yes, and I'm actually going to go back to Joe Brady's press conference yesterday, which I thought was pretty profound. Bringing up Sean McDermott, he said these last 9 years, they matter, and they should be celebrated. And they instilled the resilience, they instilled the standard with which this team works with now. Yeah, I mean, and talking about another kind of guttural mourning event, you mourn the man. This is the man that helped me become the professional I was, to also help me take that next step as just a man and a husband. So you mourn for that, and you understand the business. And then with Joe Brady, the thing that stood out to me, of course, was his it was a surgical press conference, and he answered the tough questions, and he was unabashful in the fact that there's certain things he doesn't know, and that he doesn't want to surround himself with like-minded people. He wants different people. He wants different voices. And then this kind of mysticism around collaboration. What does that mean? Well, it just means having these candid conversations, not being afraid to hurt each other's feelings, but not being at odds with each other. But that's where growth comes from. And then the thing that stood out to me the most, and anyone who's been in a locker room, all three of you guys have been in a locker room, some faster than others, when he was asked what kind of coach he wants to be, Joe Brady. And he said, I've been around all these great coaches. I've been around Sean McDermott. I've been around Sean Payton. The one thing I have learned is that I'm going to be myself, because there's something to walking into a team room or being around a guy and you can just tell. You can't put finger on it, but you can just tell that person's not being themselves, and that's the easiest way to lose a locker room. I think you're going to see a guy with great energy come in and lead men, and I think that's really exciting for this organization.
Mitch, somebody who's also not afraid to be themselves is Eric Bieniemy. Now he returns to the Chiefs as offensive coordinator, replacing Matt Nagy. You spent the beginning of your career with the Chiefs. What's your reaction to EB being back with the Chiefs?
Yeah, Manti, I think you're talking about Mr. Misunderstood. Mm-hmm. You hear this kind of guy who might be brash or brazen or confrontational. He can be in certain facets, but he's a leader of men. He's a man who will look you in the eye. And we talked about those kind of conversations that cause growth in an organization. He is the man who's not afraid to have those. And what I will tell you is, as much as he will coach you and coach you hard and coach you tough, he's also the first person, when you do it right, when there's a standard of playing in his eyes and you perform to that level, he's going to love you up. And there is nothing sweeter than when Eric Bieniemy gives you your flowers because you know you deserved it.
I love it, Mitch. And you're a guy you've seen a lot of good coaches, you've seen a lot of bad coaches, you've seen the whole gamut, which is much appreciated. Let's go back to the Bills real quick, because the way that the Bills ended the season in a lot of ways was very controversial, and not to mention just a string of events afterwards. I mean, we're talking about a new coach. A lot of people kind of blame that on one play, that we wouldn't even be talking about it if the Bills would have won. And maybe that was a catch and not an interception. Can you just talk about that play, your emotions, thoughts? Like, just break it down for me.
Yeah, that's a great question. And yeah, I mean, that's the proverbial horse has been beaten dead, but I think this play still deserves to be chatted about. You know, you wish as a fan or as a player that you didn't even put yourself in this position, right? You talk about what tore Josh up after that game. The fact you have 5 turnovers, it's almost impossible to win the league. That being said, of course,
all this. How do you approach Super Bowl week now that you are a working member of the media and all, a former player and all? How do you approach Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl 60? Are you going to be there, watching it from your couch? Talk to us, Mitch Morse.
Well, Jamie, I will talk to you, and I'll tell you that, yes, we have entered this media space, and the thing that stands out to me is how incredibly humbling it's been. It's been extremely satisfying. But, man, there's been some growing pains. That being said, we will have a little booth 34 in Super Bowl Radio Row. So if you guys want to come through, come hang out. We love high fives. We love fellowship. It's interesting. This game just in general is going to be a fascinating one. I can't stand the Patriots, but you can't refute that this team has got something special with Mike Vrabel coming down the pipe and this defense and just the galvanizing rallying cry that they have, which is just no one really believed in us. And we have a great defense, and we've shown you on the road over and over again that we can play this game. And you have Matt Collins with this weird, these fingers going about, and it works. And then you have a guy over in Sam Darnold. I mean, talk about a redemption story, Mr. Cool, Calm, and Collected, with a great defense in themselves, an offensive line that's playing about as good as you can. And I was watching y'all's Jenga clips before. It is pretty impressive what Schneider's been able to do with this organization coming from 2014 to now. I mean, it's just, I feel like I'm a rookie again with it's being the Seahawks and Patriots. It's going to be a beautiful game to watch, really.
Mitch, you just said it. Like, concerning the Patriots, there have been a lot of people that don't believe in the Patriots and actually believe that this game will be a blowout. Tell me, what do you say to those people, Mitch? Coming from where you came from and your perspective and your wisdom, what do you say to people that think that way?
Well, I would say that you haven't played Mike Vrabel before. You haven't seen what the defense has done. You haven't. Yeah, this guy is exceptional, and you hate playing this man, especially if you're on the offensive side of the ball, because his defense is nasty. They play physical. And then you look at I'm an interior offensive lineman. If you can get pressure in the interior, you have Christian Barmore and Milton coming over from the Philadelphia Eagles. Those boys have been playing outstanding football, and they're wrecking havoc, and they're not doing it just exclusively on the edges. And then you have a Robert Spillane coming in from Vegas, and he's just been this lifeblood, this rallying cry around this defense. They are exceptional. And then, honestly, if you are Drake May, you just have to play your game and then trust the process. I mean, the process is one of those coach speaks that kind of makes you want to throw up, but it's around for a reason, truly. And it's just going to be a fun game. And this is a team that wants you to doubt them. And those are the kind of teams that are extremely dangerous.
Mitch, you got a little bit of like a coach energy
Totally,
to you. You know, I could see the coach Mitch coming through soon. You've thought about it. You don't even have to admit it because I know you've thought about it. But we've asked everybody else that we've interviewed. It's the most obvious question at this time of year. Who do you have in the Super Bowl, Seattle or Patriots?
You know, I just had this real kind of fun speech about the New England Patriots. That being said, it in the back of my mind, it's hard to watch the NFC this year and doubt them winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a toss-up. I think it's going to be a one-score game. That being said, as much as I hate it, especially being the AFC East, I think the New England Patriots are going to find a way to do it.
Wow.
I really can't blame why.
Wow.
I'm one of those guys. I hope everyone has fun, be safe. But that being said, I think New England's got something special going on.
Have fun, be safe, but New England's going to win. That's awesome. Speaking of having fun and being safe, Mitch, that's like the rallying cry of Monday Mornings with Mitch. And I know this because a couple months ago, I was a guest on your pod, Monday Mornings with Mitch, and you and your producer, KC, didn't even try to split the G. You guys just chugged these beers like right in front of my face. It was actually one of the rudest things someone's ever done on a podcast right in front of me. No one told me that this is what we were doing. Granted, we did tape on a Friday morning. I mean, incredibly impressive. Foam in the beard.
Wow.
Mitch,
Besides that, what else can people get on Monday Mornings with Mitch?
Well, yeah, that was a lot of stout beer before noon, and that was like the biggest producing snafu. We had to drink like 3 of those. I had people taking mid-morning naps, grabbing more Guinness. What will they find? I mean, hopefully, for me, what fills my cup up is asking people that I really care about or I'm interested in really fun questions. What makes them tick? What's all this stuff? And then maybe having a good laugh, some drinks. We do a live show on Thursdays where it gets a little spicy and we kind of dress up in robes. And it's not so much any innuendo per se, but it's just kind of open up with the libations and stuff. And then besides that, I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy knowing what makes them tick. And so we're just going to try to continue to do that and have more opportunities to do that. Look at her go.
I tried.
Yeah.
I mean, I regret not just doing the Mitch, which is just chugging the entire thing. No more splitting the G. Just drink it like Mitch.
Now.
Yeah, it's called the Mitch.
Put the
Mitch
beast
that
out the
beer.
cage there, Jamie.
Exactly.
Right, dude.
Guys, make sure to tune into Mitch's podcast, Monday Mornings with Mitch, every Monday and apparently live on Thursday with robes and other libations. I didn't know about that part.
Yeah, it's a good time. Come on.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. Mitch Morse, everybody. We love to have you. We love to see you. Shout out to who's on your shirt real quick, Mitch. Do it fast.
Ryan Wendell, the offensive line coach for the Los Angeles Rams. His wife made these. I needed one. Keep your ear to the grindstone for him to be head coach here soon. Thank you, guys. God bless.
Mitch, you heard it.
We're out on GMFB, and you know why? Because